I'm back. Good afternoon, y'all. I am back on. I said I'd be back on at 12. I'm like 2 minutes late. I am back in my other room that I usually do videos in. I've been trying to move everything over to my office, but it's right next to my husband's home office, and when he's on the phone it's really loud. It's hard for me to do Facebook Lives, so I don't know. Days that he's working from home, I may try to do my lives in a different room, so we'll see. Even shutting doors, it's kind of loud. Hi Cindy. Hi Kathy. Welcome in, y'all. We are gonna do a okay, it's a farmhouse primitive picture. I don't usually do primitive, but I know it's real popular. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't decorate with it, so I don't usually do a lot of it. So I think some of you will like this if you like primitive stuff. Which I like it. Like if I see it out somewhere, I think it's cute and I look at it. I just don't decorate it with it in my house, so I don't feel like it would match anything. So let me put this apron on. Okay. All right, let's paint. So I have not listed these in my shop yet because I just cut them this morning. So, I'll get them listed after I do this. There's two signs. They go along with each other, but I mean you could do one if you wanted. Let me see if I can hold them up without them, because you know when they're in pieces it's hard to get them to stand up and show. What I like about this is the it has like a faux frame. Let me take this stuff off. It has like a faux frame, so it'll look like it's framed in with like the miter cuts, but they double it so it'll make it more dimensional, I guess you would say. Let's see. Okay, so here's the frame. It's about 12 inches tall, so it's a good size, but see, it's 2 layers, so you've got 2 layers of the miters, the miter frame, so it'll be raised up, which is really nice, I think. So hi Rana, hi Kathy, welcome in. Hey Penny, welcome back. The pumpkin, I was on just a few minutes ago, like 30 minutes ago, and I was showing a little hack for your TV for the fall or Christmas or anytime to make it look like a picture instead of a big black hole when your TV is off. I was just on doing a live and I showed the pumpkin. I'm still working on it, but the stem, the clay, the oven baked clay, it worked really well. I'm still working on like painting the pumpkin. Can't decide how I want to do it. I know I want to have some black and white in there, but I want like some whimsical colors because the stem turned out really whimsical looking. It's so cute. So if you go back and watch that live, and I'll post a picture of it today too. I started to snap a picture and just post a freestanding picture, and I didn't do it. So if you're new here, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. My name is Jennifer. Welcome in. I am in Georgia, and if anybody's new here, I'm so happy you're here, and I hope you'll enjoy the crafting and the chatting and the random pop-ins from the dogs, because that always happens. You've got it on your TV now. It's so pretty, and you can do Christmas ones. I mean, you could do any screensaver. You could do puppies, you could do kittens, you could do horses. Hey, no. Okay. Okay, so let's craft. Hey Lisa. Okay, this I was saying I'll probably do another one this afternoon because there's 2 that go with this. Let's see which one. But they both have pumpkins. They both have a black crow. It's just like a different scene, I guess. A different version. I want to do this one. I like the crow on this one. Okay. So you get, like I said, the miter frame is doubled, so you get, it's going to be like double thickness. So I'm going to set those aside. We're going to stain the frame, or faux stain it. We're going to use brown, burnt umber. It's got a crow like this. It's got a little tag. Oh, that didn't pop out. A little tag says harvest time. I know it's backwards. See, on my phone is flipped. Harvest time, little tag. Leave. Hey girls. I think that's the pumpkin stem. I have to find out. And then the pumpkin. And this one is also, it's about 12 inches tall, so it's a good size. I'm not sure how wide it is. I don't think I have. I tell you, oh yes I do. I have a tape measure. It's about just a little, just barely over 5 inches wide, and then it's about 12 inches tall. Okay, y'all. Yep, right at about 12 inches tall. Okay. Can y'all hear that? You got, yeah, I think you have all of them, Melissa. I think you have all of them. Hey, Stella, come on. I'm so sorry. I might have to run them out of here. Okay, let's paint, y'all. Let's just ignore them and paint. All right, let me pull y'all up because I want to make sure that, because I can never tell. I think what I see up on the camera is different than what y'all see. So I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't be in here with them. Okay, Studio J. Here I am. Okay, so y'all could see right here. I know the comments get in the way sometime, but okay, come on. All right, there they go. All right, so I've got, like I said, I moved back over to this room. I'm constantly going to be like, whatever I need is going to be in the other room. It never fails. But I think I got everything. Okay, so we're going to do burnt umber as a faux stain. Yeah, wrestle time. They're all rescues, Joanne. One is Beagle Mix. Come here, Coop. One is Golden Retriever and German Shepherd. She's a puppy. She's the newest. Here, come here. That's Maggie. Y'all need to calm down, okay? Y'all look, it looks like she's got, look this way, come here. It looks like she's got winged eyeliner. Can you see it? Can you see her eyeliner? Looks like she has her makeup done. And then Stella is, right there. Stella, I don't know what she's, we had a DNA test done on her and it had like every breed. I think they were just guessing, but there was like Chihuahua, Pit Bull, Collie, Chow. They mentioned everything. But the number one thing they mentioned I've never heard of. Have y'all heard of mountain cur? And I looked it up and it looks nothing like her. So I don't even know. I don't even know what she is, but I mean, she's like our baby. So she's the queen of the castle. So, but yeah, they kind of, uh-oh. This is Stella. Come here. Oh, I didn't mean jump up. I just meant stand up. This is Stella. I don't know what a mountain cur is, but if you look it up, it doesn't look anything like this. Did you just eat? I think I just fed them before I came on here. So, okay, can I paint? Can I paint for a little bit? Okay, can you go sit over there and not wrestle? Okay. Yes, there's always interruptions by the dogs. I should change the name of my page to something with crafting with dogs. Hey, Mary. Hello, hello. Okay, I just got some baby wipes here. I'm just gonna do the burnt umber on here. Like I said, I don't do primitive ever, so feel free to tell me if I'm doing something wrong, or if you think you have a better idea for something I'm doing. I'm not offended. I actually appreciate constructive criticism. Doesn't bother me at all. I wish I would have found a really pretty scrapbook paper to do the background, because what we're doing is putting a faux frame around this, so this will be the background piece. There's not going to be a whole lot of this showing because the pumpkin is going to fill in most of it, but I thought it'd be kind of cool if there was like a really pretty textured look to it, and I couldn't think of what I wanted, and then I kind of ran out of time, so maybe I'll have time on the other one, but then I kind of want them to match. But then again, I don't know. I was saying in my video earlier, after I finish, maybe, I mean, if there's a lot of people on here, if anybody's interested, if y'all want me to auction it off, because I hate making pieces and they just sit there, and I need to do an auction because I have a lot of pieces that I've made on lives, or I really just need to make a painted sample so I like to show a sample of it in my shop so people can see the kit, but also see what it looks like finished. And a lot of times I'll make these and I have nowhere to put them. I mean, even the ones I love, I don't have room for all of it. And I know a lot of people, you know, do the auctions. I've done an auction. I'm actually in an event with Gia's Creations. She has a group, and one of her events coming up is, that is the event. That's the live. Everybody, I think we have 45 minutes. I can't remember if it's 45 minutes or an hour. I'll have to look and see when it is. But it's just auctioning off some pieces. And I keep saying I'm going to do an auction. I don't get the time. And it's a lot of work, you know, grabbing all the stuff, lining them up, and, you know, you kind of need somebody to help you read off like when to stop and all that stuff. So, you have Farmhouse on TV. Do you? I'm so glad. I mean, I figured a lot of people already know about that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I was on live just less than an hour ago, and I was showing, if you have a smart TV and you have YouTube on your TV, you can just look up like autumn screensavers or Christmas ones are pretty too. Christmas screensavers, and most of them have either background sound, like there's one. Okay, so my husband, we redid our master bathroom because we had a really bad flood. It's been a year since we've gotten all the repairs done, so I guess it was 2 years that the flood happened. We were asleep, and I woke up at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I thought I heard a fan, like a fan blowing, you know, like a box fan or something. And I woke up and I was like, you know, when you're half asleep, you're like, what is that sound? And we don't have a fan like that. So I went back to sleep. You know, when you're asleep, you're not very smart sometimes. So I went back to sleep. Well, then I woke up again, and I always have like a little night light, like out in the kitchen or something like that for the dogs if they go in there to get water or something, or if we go in there to get water. So when I I woke up the second time. I was like, what is that sound? And I could see the silhouette of Cooper, the beagle mix. He was sleeping at the foot of my bed, and I could see the silhouette of his head, and he had his head up, and he was looking around. And I thought, okay, he hears something too, so it's not just me. So I got up and I walked out. I walked out to the kitchen. I walked out to the living room. I was like, okay, now I don't hear it. So I went back into my bedroom, and when I walked into the bedroom, I heard it again, and I was like, what is that sound? So I start walking towards like my husband's side of the bed. Now my husband has a CPAP machine, you know, for sleep apnea, but it's really quiet. And I thought, surely it's not that. And as I walked over towards his side of the bed, the master bathroom, the door to the master bathroom is on that side. And I heard it, and I thought, y'all, this is how bad. I mean, I was still asleep. So I heard it. Don't worry, I'm crafting while I talk. I know it bothers some people when people talk too much. I'm gonna craft while I talk. So the first thing that went through my head was, who's in our shower? You know, I mean, it's just me and my husband here, so why would someone be in our shower? I mean, that's kind of dumb. Anyway, so I opened the bathroom door, the door to the bathroom, and like when you open that door, it's a little hallway. And there's his closet, my closet, you know, doors. It's just a small hallway. It's like a little connector between the bathroom and our bedroom. Well, when I opened the door, it sounded like somebody, it did sound like the shower was running. It was like somebody opened up a fire hydrant. There was water spraying everywhere, and it was like, it was so deep, and it was just coming towards, the bathroom was flooded, our closets were flooded, and it was coming towards, when I opened the door, it was coming into the bedroom. And I just started screaming, and my husband wakes up, and he's like, what is it? What's happened? What's happened? What's happened? You know, I couldn't even talk. I was just screaming. I was screaming, and he flipped on the light, and he ran in there, and he turned off the water. But hi, Mary. Turns off the water. It was coming up. It was the line that comes up out of the floor that hooks into the toilet, the water line to the toilet. It wasn't connected to the toilet. It was just, it was just going crazy and spraying everywhere, and water was just, it was like a fountain of, I don't know. It was a water fountain. It's not funny, but, okay, so I got all these painted brown, stained brown. Let me get something pulled up here real quick. So anyway, he turns off the water. I'm still freaking out. And I'm like grabbing towels. As if towels are going to soak all this up. And I'm like trying to, you know, but I'm at least trying to stop it from getting into the bedroom. Well, we have a full basement, and our master bedroom and bathroom are on the main floor. So the basement was directly below us, and we had just refinished our basement. I mean, we had new flooring, new furniture. We built, my husband has a bar lounge area, new furniture in there. We have I call it a movie room. There's one room that I've got set up as a movie room with, you know, big set. We bought new section. We bought 2 sectionals because it was big, and we bought 2 that match, you know, 2 of the same one. So, well, we have a basement, so our vents, our heating and air vents are in the floor. So in the bathroom, so when when it flooded, it all started going down into the vent. So the vent, the ducts, you know, the vent ducts, whatever you call them, just got flooded with gallons and gallons of water, and they burst. I mean, they just like ripped. And anyway, my husband, I'm gonna start painting the pumpkin orange. Now the pumpkin, sorry, I want to try to keep crafting because I know some people don't like that. So here's the big part of the pumpkin, and then there's the layered part. So I'm gonna paint both of these orange. It does have a stem here, and then I'm gonna paint that brown. I'll just stain it brown also. And then there's a leaf. Let me see. This leaf will go over that leaf, and then this one it'll be like a little tendril. Is that what they're called? The little squiggly coming out from the side there. Okay, so I'm gonna paint these green. I'm gonna go ahead and stain the stem brown and then paint the rest orange. So anyway, he's running down, he's like, I'm gonna go down to the basement and get the shop vac, because you know, it's wet or dry. And I was like, okay, well no, he asked where it was, and I said, because we had just put new flooring in the basement. And I said, I let the flooring installers use it to vacuum, you know, up little, you know, when they clean up after they lay new flooring or whatever. I said, it's by the door, it's by the back door of the basement, the exit door. So anyway, he goes down there, and he's gone for a long time, it seemed like. And then I heard him say, honey, come here. And I was like, he can't find it. He can't find the shop vac. Okay, I'm gonna use this Bear paint. I showed y'all one time, I like to get these at Home Depot. They're the little sample pots because they have primer in them, and they'll color match any color, or you can pick a color off their wall with all the paint chips. I have an orange. I like these because they have the primer, and you don't have to use as many coats. So this is called Inferno, but it's a bright orange. It sounds like it would be red, but it's a bright orange. Hello, Cindy, welcome in. So anyway, he's like, honey, come here. So I'm thinking he can't find it. So I walk over to where the basement door is, and I just yell down, it's near the door. I'm thinking he can't find it. He's like, can you come here? So I go down the stairs. I'm gonna use a sponge to paint this. If I have scissors. I don't have scissors in here. I'm just gonna tear a piece off. So I start going down the stairs. I get halfway down the basement stairs, and I see water like float by past the bottom of the stairs. Like a lazy river, you know? I was like, oh my gosh. And I got to the bottom of the stairs, and the ceiling is like just caved in. So I have no idea why am I on this story. But anyway, yeah, the ceiling had caved in, and oh, I know where I was going with this. I'm so sorry. Y'all, gosh. I am just, so I'm not loving this sponge. Anyway, we ended up calling our insurance company at like 2 in the morning, and they took care of everything, which was great because we had just spent, it was in September. So it's been 2 years. It was in September. We had spent the entire year working on that basement, like room by room. We have put a gym in down there, but we're terrible. We don't use it. I desperately need to use it, but anyway, our bathroom was ruined, our basement was ruined, and they redid everything. But what I was going to tell you is what got me on the subject. when we redid our bathroom, I put one of those freestanding soaker tubs. Because this house was built in '99 and it had one of those big garden tubs that was, you know, the big thing back then. And I've always wanted one of those soaker tubs. So anyway, since they had to rip everything out, I mean, the vanities, the floors, the walls, everything was just soaked. So when they did, I replaced it with one of those soaker tubs. And my husband last year put a small TV in there. It's just a small TV on the wall. So like if you're laying in the tub, it's like up on the wall so you can see it. But what made me think of that was these screensaver things that I was showing y'all earlier. I turned it on, gosh, what was it? Crackling? No. I think I looked up like beach bonfire or something like that. And it was so pretty. It was almost like a beach scene at sunset, like a little crackling fire, and you could hear the fire crackling. So I had that on in my bathroom. Somebody was talking about they have like a screensaver going right now while they're watching me. But yeah, YouTube. Just look up whatever kind of screensaver you want up on your picture. You can even look up art. Like if you want it to just display like pictures of art, you could tell it, just search it. I just think it's so much better than looking at a big black hole, which is, you know, when the TV is turned off, you've just got a big black hole in the room. So anyway, I don't know why that led me, gosh, that was a bad memory. I don't know how I went all the way down that. Yeah, it was, gosh, I guess 2 years ago this month. But then it took us almost another year to get everything put back together. So that was a nightmare. So now I'm paranoid. Every time I wake up and I hear a sound, I have to go check it out. I learned. But I will tell y'all this, because that's the first time I'd ever even heard of this problem. I was going to write a letter to Home Depot complaining about the toilet. And it wasn't the toilet. It was, and I didn't, I've lived here 24 years. Because we built this house in '99. And I've never heard of this, but it's the pressure regulator. Apparently they can go bad, and that's what controls, it's on your water meter, and it's what controls the pressure that the water goes into your house. This is what the plumber told me. So no matter where you live, if you're in an apartment, if you're in a house, basically if you have running water in your house, if you have plumbing coming into your house, it could happen to you. The pressure regulator is on the water meter, and it controls the force of the water that goes into anything in your house: dishwasher, sinks, toilets, washing machine, anything that water is coming into your house to. He told us that it normally it's the washing machine, and people think that their washing machine just went bad, you know, and flooded their laundry room or whatever. But he said basically when it goes bad, it doesn't control the pressure, and so the water comes gushing in too hard, and it bursts the water line. So that's what happened. It burst that toilet water line and flooded the bathroom. And we were asleep and we didn't hear it. Oh, that's a good idea, a sensor. I wonder why he didn't tell us about that. Okay, I'm just kind of wiping down some of this orange because I feel like with Primitive, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I don't really do a lot of Primitive. I feel like it's a little faded. I hate to say dirty, but you know what I'm saying. I always hear people say dirty it up. So I just want to kind of, I don't want it to be, you know, bright neon orange. Okay. I'll probably like wipe down the edges a little. Okay. For the background, like I was saying, I wish I could have found a pretty scrapbook paper to put back there. But it didn't. I think, let's see how much of this is even going to show. So once you put your, can y'all still see? Once you put your frame on here, remember this frame is gonna be double layered, but I just want to see how much it covers, because the pumpkin is going to take up most of this. Such a cute little picture. Okay. Oh yeah, the pumpkin takes up almost all of it. So all it's going to show, there's more to it. This goes on there. But, and then it's going to have a little tag. Hold it up. It's going to have a little tag. This is going to be right there. This will have another layer on it. And then the crow will be down at the bottom. Okay, so really this is all that's showing. You don't really need a lot. You know what? I do have a piece of, it's like, it looks like yellow painted chippy wood. I think it would be really pretty. I didn't bring it in here, but I know exactly where it's at. Go get it. I wonder if everybody will leave. It won't leave. I promise not to tell any more stories like that. Okay. I'll go ahead and paint. I'm gonna go ahead and paint my crow black, and his nose I'm gonna do like yellow. This is brand new. I didn't know that. I still have some paints in here. Haven't used them in a while though. So, all right. Yeah, I think the yellow chippy wood would be really pretty. Hi, Karen. Lightning blew it up. Oh my gosh. How did you, oh, I guess if you have the app. Man, oh my gosh, that's a good thing to have then, because we're constantly getting lightning storms around here. Like I'll get notifications on my phone from the Weather Channel, you know, about lightning all the time. I'm terrified of lightning. But I'm terrified of storms, so anything to do with a storm. I need to check on that. Okay. Oh, I was gonna paint his, I still can. I'm gonna paint his beak yellow when that dries. Okay. to do a couple of shades of green. Let's see, this one's Parakeet, which is super bright. I'm not gonna leave it that bright. Because I know Primitive should not be super bright like that. Okay. Like that. I'll probably do the light green and then some of the dark green and kind of blend them. So that was Parakeet, and this one is Forest Green Deco Art. And then the little tag, it's got a little tag. I think I'm gonna do it like a cream color and then kind of brush some of the burnt umber over that. This one's Toasted Marshmallow. It's a cream. Yeah, that'll work. I am just chipping away at the sponge. Hi, Carol. Welcome in. Y'all, if anybody is new here, comment new and tell me where you're watching from. My name is Jennifer. Welcome in. I am in Georgia. If you're new here. We're doing a little fall picture. It's kind of farmhouse, kind of primitive. It's got the pumpkin and the black crow. So it says harvest. I know it's gonna be backwards to y'all, but it says harvest time on it. You can still see it after I painted it because I just kind of lightly sponged the color over it. I just did it like a cream color. I'm gonna take and rub just a little, tiny bit of the brown. If you have one of those little ink pads, you could rub that on the edges too. I had the hiccups. I'm sorry. You know what I'm gonna do? I was talking about maybe auctioning these off. I'm gonna do the other one a little bit later. Here's what I'll do, because I know there might be people that might be interested. There may not be anybody on here right now that's interested, but there might be somebody that watches later. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, when I finish, I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna post a picture of it and put auction, and I'm gonna start it out at $3. Okay. Shipping $6. If it's more than $6, I'll pay that. But I'm I'm gonna start it at 3, and if anybody is interested and wants to buy it, you can bid on it, and then I'll set like an ending time. So whoever the highest bid is at, like, say this, you know, I'm just gonna say like 6 o'clock tonight, wins it. I'm gonna start it out at $3 because I know I'm not gonna put this out, so, and I hate for it to just sit around waiting for me to get around to doing an auction. So, and I'll have another one to put up there too. Okay, I'm gonna do this with the brown real quick. I know there was somebody that was on earlier that said that she decorates with, gosh, who said that? Primitive Farmhouse, but she had to go to work, so she's gonna catch the replay. So maybe she will see that. We'll see how it looks. I might be like, I don't want that. Okay. Alrighty. Y'all still with me? Have I lost everybody? Alright, I'm going to do his little yellow nose, beak. Don't really like that. Okay. So will y'all hang with me if I run and grab that piece of yellow? It looks like yellow planks, like chippy wood, like wood that was painted yellow and chipped away. I know exactly where it's at. I'm gonna grab it. What do I have? I have like 11. Is there 11 eyeballs up there right now? Watch, I'm gonna come back. There might be 2. What do y'all want to bet? Please don't leave. But if you leave, I understand. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Just gonna run if I don't break my neck. sorry. I got distracted. I saw so many other things. There's 10. We only lost one person. I can't believe it. Okay. I got some buttons. And I got scissors. I didn't have scissors in here. I got raffia. Okay, here's the paper. There's all kinds of pretty papers in here. This is what I was thinking. Okay, y'all tell me what you think. This is the yellow chippy wood. I'm gonna pull them out. I'm gonna lay the orange pumpkin, because that's what's gonna show over it is the pumpkin. So there's that one. This color kind of looks pinkish to me. I don't know how. I don't think that looks good with the orange. I do think the yellow looks really cool. What do y'all think? There's this one too. It's kind of blue and yellow wood, like that. I'll keep that one marked. The turquoise is pretty, but I know it doesn't go with. It's not. That's not primitive. I think the yellow, right? Y'all think the yellow? Okay, let's go yellow. Okay. Let's do this. So I'm just gonna put it. Let's see. This has the leaf etched on there, so you know where to put it, but we'll know where to put it. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put this. Hi, Cooper. Wait. Yeah, okay. It doesn't match the piece. I think they just drew out the whole leaf and it cuts the leaf because the frame cuts it off. Okay, I got it. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm gonna do it to about, yeah, I'm gonna do it here. Sorry, thinking out loud here. Okay, good, yellow. Everybody's saying yellow. Okay, so we'll Mod Podge this on there. Thank y'all for sticking around. I just knew it was gonna come back and everybody was gonna be gone. Like in real life, you'd come back and the room would be dark, everybody's gone, the lights are out, everybody left. That's what that would be equivalent to. Okay. There's our wood, yellow chippy wood. Okay, I grabbed this because I want to put this over his beak, or it's a beak, right? It's a beak. It's kind of that same kind of golden yellow. It's just a little teeny tiny pop of whimsy. I know whimsy is not really primitive, but He needs something. It's very tiny. So be my own little spin on it. I do have my sanding block. I did bring that. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start gluing the frame on. Like I said, it's just double layer, so it'll be a little more dimensional. This is where those Dollar Tree clamps would come in handy, but I mean, you don't have to have them. They would come in handy. I'm just gonna put some pressure on here for a second. Well, I guess since this is a double layer, I probably didn't have to stain all of these because only the top ones are going to show. Did anybody else catch that? Were you sitting there going, why are you painting those? I was talking, see? I can't talk and think at the same time. All that burnt umber. This wood glue from Dollar Tree, it gets tacky pretty quick. So you can just put a little pressure on there. I think all wood glue does. It gets tacky pretty quick, so it'll grip it pretty quick. Okay, let me make sure my pumpkin fits, because you don't want to, oops. Yeah, make sure your pumpkin fits before you get it all glued down. Because if you don't get it right at the edge, that pumpkin just does fit in there. Okay, pull the pumpkin out. All right, we'll glue the pumpkin in. See how much you can see. right, I'm gonna sand this extra paper off real quick. Okay. I did a little chippy on the bird too, on the crow. Okay. Still gotta do the other layer of the frame. Let me grunge up this leaf. All right. We're almost done. Hey, Bonnie, welcome in. Thank you for sprinkling, Lisa. Yes, the yellow was a good idea. Thank y'all for whoever voted yellow, because I probably would have sat there and went through that whole book picking another color, because I can't make up my mind ever. Ever. Normally I would just slop this on here, but in case anybody wants to bid on this, I want it to be neat. So okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, let me glue the leaves on.
Look at these guys looking for a chance to get on TV.
She's already been on here once.
Are you doing one?
Yeah, and Maggie was on here too. Cooper wouldn't come.
Cooper doesn't want to be on TV.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like anything. Okay. we are so far. Okay, the bird. Keep calling it the bird. And we have the little tag. So, let's do, y'all still there? Oh, glue came out the side. Oh, yeah. I didn't see it. Thank you. It dries clear, but if it's a glob like that, it'll still dry a glob. It'll be a clear glob, but it'll be a glob. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I like that paper. Can y'all see the chippy wood? Okay, so the bird. Let me give it a little white eye. And I'm going to use the end of the paintbrush. Okay. Oh, he's going to be so cute. So cute. I kinda wish I would have sanded the edges of the pumpkin. That's okay. Okay, I just added some little white accents on there. And okay, I don't have a hair dryer in here or my heat dryer, so I need to be careful. Okay, I want to take some raffia to attach the little tag. Wait for these to dry a little bit. I'm gonna put the bird on, the crow on last, because that eyeball is like a globby dot of white. Not globby, but you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a little longer to dry. So let's take some raffia. Shred it up. Okay, thanks, Kat. Thanks for hanging out, Kathy. Have a good day. You ready to bid on it? Yay! Well, I'm gonna start it at $3. So anybody that wants to bid, it'll be $6 shipping. So tell me this. Okay, there's another one. It's basically the same. I'm gonna paint them the same, but the bird. I keep calling him the bird. The crow is up at the top of the pumpkin. Let me see if I can show it to y'all. And tell me, I mean, I don't know, you might only be interested in one, or would you be interested in the set? Because you could bid on both. I'll post them separately. Because somebody might not want both. It's got the double frame also. But there's a sunflower. Let me see. It's also got a tag. Or, no, actually it's got a sign. How does this go? Okay, so let me see if I can show you. Oops. Okay, so it's gonna be a pumpkin down here. Let's see. There we go. Fits in there. Hang on a second. Hey Maggie, come here. Okay. So the pumpkin will be at the bottom. Here, I'm just gonna do one layer of this for now. And then the sunflower will go at the bottom too. It'll go in there. And then there's the bird. Does that make sense to y'all? Okay, I don't know if you can see it real good, but so the bird is sitting on top of the pumpkin, leaning down, and there, oops, there's the harvest sign, and he's gonna have the little jute that's holding the harvest sign is going to be like behind his beak, so it looks like he's holding the harvest sign. Does that make sense? It's gonna be cute. And I'll do the yellow chippy paper, chippy wood paper, so they'll match. So I'll do them all the same colors, so it's like a different scene. Okay, so I'll post them separately, and you know, somebody might bid on both, somebody might just bid on one. You never know. But I'm gonna have the kits in my shop too. You could either buy one or you could buy both. So either way, you can have fun painting it yourself. And you can do your own colors, you know. Okay, sorry. Let me get this. Raffia. Oops. You know, somebody was telling me they always buy the hula skirts at Dollar Tree for raffia. And I saw them this summer and I was like, oh, I'll come back and get one. And I have not seen them since. And I was gonna buy some for, you know, I feel like I use raffia more in the fall than the rest of the year. I don't know. It's just it's the only time I think about reaching for it. Okay. Here we go. These kits will be, oh, I wrote it down. I can't remember. It was something like, they were like $12.99. I may be wrong. I might be quoting it too high, but I thought it was like $12.99 for one, or if you bought both of them together, they came to like $10.99. I can't, I'll have to look. Don't quote me. I could be totally off. I don't think they're more than that though. I'm pretty sure they're not more than that. Seems, I feel like it was $12.99 if you only buy one, but if you buy the pair, you get them for $10.99 each. It's standing out in my head. I can't remember. I just like shredding this stuff, sorry. Alrighty, I'm just gonna do a little raffia bow and maybe a button. Okay, Can y'all still see? Oh, this guy, I was like, what is that? It goes with that one. Maybe it's because raffia reminds me of hay, and when I think of hay, I think of like a hay ride, and I think of fall. I don't know. It does make me think of hay, so that might be why I think of it more in the fall. Hang on. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. There we go. All right, I think the the crow's eye is not quite dry, but it'll be dry enough for me to glue it on and hold it up for y'all. Okay. Now the harvest sign. I'm actually going to use a piece of jute to tie that on. Real quick. So, it's the little harvest sign. See, I just got a notification from the Weather Channel. I swear I get one every day about lightning. Lightning has been detected in your area, and it'll say how many miles away. Do y'all get those? Do y'all have the Weather Channel app? Okay. I'm just gonna tie this on here. I did not bring my hot glue. I probably should hot glue this part. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hot glue. So I'll just show you. It's gonna go, and I'll get a picture. So I'm gonna do, I'll have the little, I'll have the harvest sign dangling from here, kind of sticking out. And then the raffia up here, the little raffia bow around the pumpkin stem. And then I've got like a little wooden, gosh, y'all. Can't hang on to anything. A little wooden button. I'll put a little wooden button right there. So I'll hot glue all that, but I can go ahead and put the crow right here. Here it is without the stuff that goes on the stem. Isn't that cute? Look at that cute crow. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I will go ahead, once I turn this off, I will go in there and hot glue this to the stem. I'll go ahead and get a picture of it and post it. And if you want to bid on it, I'm trying to think, what time is it? It's 1:19 here. Okay. I can come back and paint that one at, hold on, 1:30, at 3:30, 1:30. Yeah, okay, I'll paint that one at 3:30. I'll come back on live. Even if you can't catch me, it's okay. I'll paint that one at 3:30 live, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. It's almost 1:30 here now. I'll paint that one. I'll go ahead and get this one posted, and then I'll post that one after I finish it, and we'll have the auction go until 9 p.m. tonight. So whoever, and I'll put all that on there. So I'm just going to start them off at $3, so, and $6 shipping. So if you're interested, bid. But yeah, 9 p.m. highest bid on there. Get some. I think that's fun. Because I think they're cute. I just know I won't put these. I don't think I would put them anywhere. Because my colors are different and my decor is different, but aren't they cute? I love it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go glue all this down, and thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you, Teresa. Thanks. Hey, Ralph. Thank you. Okay. Y'all, if you're new here, I hope you'll hit that follow button. I think I'm like 3 or 4 followers away from hitting 3,000, and it's like been stuck there. I don't know. I think something's happened with my Facebook, because like a lot of my posts, a lot of people are saying they didn't see it, and I'm like, and like some of the people that I'm used to seeing pop in here, I'm not seeing their names anymore. And I don't know. I don't know if something's happened. I know Facebook does updates a lot, and things change and all that, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I see new names popping in that I haven't seen. So, you know, if you don't already follow me, I'd love for you to follow, so you can know when I go live and come hang out with us. So I'm gonna go do this. Thank y'all all for hanging out with me and bearing with me when I had to run to the other room because I don't have all my supplies right here. So thank you so much. I'll make sure I have everything for this one. Okay, I'll see y'all back here hopefully at 3:30, so in like 2 hours. All right, bye. Y'all have a good day.